Hey guys, Happy New Year! That's right, it's 2019, and to ring in the new year, you know, I hang out with my family, hang out with my friends, went for a couple of parties, had a couple of stories, hung out on the balcony, watched the fireworks, did a little bit of cake, told each other why we love each other, and shared appreciation, all that kind of stuff. It was really fun.
And I drunk a lot, and I don't really remember more than that. I drunk. So we're different sides of the same coin.
You're just digging a hole. Let's go to the intro.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to NPCs of Wildemount. Myself, Oliver, Dungeon Master, and
Dave.
Hello and welcome, Happy New Year to all our wonderful people around the world. We were the first to welcome in the new year because we're in New Zealand and we get the sun first, apart from like Antarctica. But the penguins kind of had a party and then we did, and then
I think
Australia.
there's an island that gets New Year's slightly faster than we do, but we're the big, like one of the big areas that get New Year's for the first time.
So happy 2019! We hope that this is full of all the things you want to happen. Impeachment of Trump and raining gummy bears.
Don't make it political.
And it's 2019, we need to be more conscious of
on that particular note, give me 2 seconds.
I'm terrified of this. I'll fill in time while he's gone. He's literally taking 2 steps. I don't really need to. In fact, I filled all the time already.
This is what my brother got me. It's Trump toilet paper.
Yes. Love it.
Yeah, anyway.
If you have different political views...
I'm sorry, but I mean, it's in New Zealand we make fun of everybody, so it's fine.
That's true, especially Jacinda Ardern. But anyway, welcome to episode 46 of Critical Role 2.
A Storm of Memories.
A Storm of Memories.
Yeah, that's the title.
I figured that. I didn't think you were doing a one-line haiku. I think I just kicked the camera.
You know how long it took us to get that right.
It was like 5 solid minutes of moving the camera, then moving the chairs.
And now you just ruined it. Anyway, so we're back for the final episode of last year.
Sorry, this video took a little bit longer to get out. I had family up from Christchurch.
It was just the whole period.
And,
and luckily there's a big gap between this episode and when they come back. I believe it's the 10th.
10th is correct.
Of January is when they're back.
Right, so waiting for that to occur.
It's very hot in here,
You're
so
not
I do
kidding.
apologise for the sweat. You're going to see it. It's just summer over here, so we're very, very hot.
Also, because of climate change, it's been the hottest summer on records 4 years running. That's right, since records began, the last 4 years in a row, it's been hotter, 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 hotter. Since records began, and you tell me climate change isn't real? Ha! Litical. Anyway, they wake up at noon in South.
God, you've really we've talked more about political problems than the actual Critical Role episode.
Well, I figured just because we're about to hit 700 subscribers, I just thought maybe we should have like some food for thought on the show.
When you mention how many subscribers we get,
it goes down.
It goes down.
Usually.
So just don't mention it. Now it's too late.
Well, it's alright. I'll do the Men in Black flashy thing.
You know, can we talk about Critical Role?
Probably. Maybe we should.
Go!
So, they're in Southport, a wonderful small village with about 800 people, so a nice little shanty-ish town with continuing their adventures. They talk about the previous day's events. We got a little bit of RP right off the top of the episode, which is cool because we get to see how they all felt about the major shit that went down in the previous episode.
So they kind of discuss the events, what took place.
Yes.
And how everyone felt about pretty much getting their ass handed to them, and that they all tend to believe what, you know, Twiggy's explanation that the dragon died.
I don't think they did until Clay signed off on it and went, no, she's telling the truth.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Ford, they talk about Ford getting pulled through the astral map, and Caleb says, like, next time we go around touching things in like a very importantly magical room, just let me do like some bit of preliminary.
How about Ford don't just
go around just going, oh, what's this? It's a little bit of grog there, I think, living on in Travis there. Ford then goes and talks to a sailor about which routes to take.
Yeah, they start exploring Bissaf.
Yeah, and they're kind of like figuring out who's there, and essentially it's a planning kind of block for the next chunk of the episode.
Now, I don't know why I wrote this on my notes, but it says, Mr. Clay is a dirty vegan.
No,
so
I have that.
He's vegan.
I wrote Clay as a vegetarian, exclamation mark, and...
I'm pretty sure he's vegan, he doesn't eat meat.
Yeah, so vegetarian is no meat. Vegan is also no cheese
dairy
and milk
and
and stuff, and eggs.
Well, technically he would, I guess, doesn't?
I don't know. That could be, for you, wonderful research team out there, vegan or vegetarian.
I feel like he's vegan. I feel like he's vegan.
But the party... Anyway,
I mean,
he's one of the two.
Has he had to call him drinking any milk?
This is the kind of important critical role analysis that people tune in to watch. Have you ever seen Clay drink milk?
Well, a lot of people call him a cow all the time, so, I mean, would drinking milk be cannibalism?
Do you reckon, like, cows try and...
If you drink your own breast milk, does that make you cannibal?
No.
No.
What
so, I guess it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's okay then. Anyway. It's not cannibalism. Okay, we're determined it's not.
With 3 minutes
can't be cannibalism.
And we've gotten to drinking your own breast. That's this week's NPCs question. Is drinking your own breast milk cannibalism?
Yes. To put in the comments down below, we're not going to ask you any more questions for the rest of this episode.
We've decided that we're going to do like an NPC question of the week for you guys to discuss.
The question wasn't that one. It was a different one.
But we're going to go with that one.
We're going to go for that.
So is drinking your own breast milk... Oh, we're getting flagged for this on YouTube.
It's not, but it's... Is it
but
weird?
Then how? I guess it's weird.
Why is it weird?
Are you just like, oh, I'm out of creamer. Oh, I'll squirt in the coffee. Like, I mean...
Yeah, I've heard it's nice and sweet.
But apparently it is, but it's not meant for like cups of...
Why not? So babies allowed to drink it, but you can't.
Because it's got... No, I mean, it's not... I suppose... I'm now like picturing if I had breasts and
so you'll give it to a child, but not yourself.
Yes, because it's like that's what it's designed for. You're not supposed to like be like your cornflakes are looking a little low. Like I mean, where do you stop? Do you just stop by when you're pregnant and you're just like, sweet, I never have to buy milk again?
Don't open a stall and tell people to come up. Just if you did it once, would that be okay?
I just now picture people watching the show and going, and like all the pregnant women watching this going, I wonder if, and then just
if I ever get a girl pregnant.
Oh my god. Sorry, can we start again? Welcome to NPCs of Wildemount.
No, anyway, we'll continue on. Let's continue on.
I'm flustered now. It says,
Yasha arrived!
Yes, Yasha, you're back. Now, this is interesting, because last week we asked you, do you think Yasha should...
Week before.
What?
I'm pretty sure it was the week before.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because this one was about Twiggy.
Okay.
And last week was about
recently,
Twiggy.
We asked you, should Yasha remain as a core member of the Mighty Nein or move into a more guest characterish role, given the fact she's not always there? And I actually sided on the fact that I said she needs to be a side character.
Yeah.
But after seeing this episode and getting more of a lore dump into Yasha...
It's like they watched our episode and go, you know what?
I'm a Newton bitter.
Yeah, let's go fix this. And they did fix it indeed. And I'm a lot more invested because you got so much information about Yasha, how she used to be married. She was secretly married.
Oh god, are we skipping to this? Wait, I wrote all this down. Yasha down, yeah.
Did you want to dump it? Dump the knowledge?
I'm trying to find it. Just you go.
What do you mean I go?
Yasha's never seen bees. I've written that
now. What the hell?
Apparently
it's like we talk about this real deep lore, and you talk about bees.
Me, and then I couldn't find where it was in my notes, and then I just saw the thing that said Yasha bees. But no, we find out she was married. She was married to a woman. No, she was. Here it is. Yasha's never seen bees. Oh, that's that same line. Fuck. Okay. Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, Yasha was married.
Oh right, there it is. Okay, cool.
She had a bit of an arranged marriage, but she didn't want that marriage and went with a secret one.
So we got a couple of names here in the lore drop. We got the Sky Spear, that is, I believe, the matriarch that she was there. We find out they take a blood oath, and you get given your name, and her name was Orphan Maker. Then you're given a mate. She fell in love.
Orphan Maker's such a wicked battle name.
Yeah,
that
puts fear in the heart of everyone. It's like
I'm the Orphan Maker. It's like I don't have kids though. It's it kind of ruins that a little bit, doesn't it?
I will come back in 9 months.
Yes, wait until you have children, and then I'll come back.
And then we can drink your breast milk and discuss if it's weird. Anyway, so we find out a lot about that. So she's intended to be married to this person as per the rules of the tribe, falls in love with someone else and decides to usurp the marriage, and for that gets exiled.
Yes, and so based off the story, her wife is still alive?
Yes, vanished because they also... No, they were sentenced to death, I do believe.
Yeah, they're sentenced to death, but was it confirmed they died?
Well,
that's all I know.
It does... No, they do. That's what I've got written down. The punishment for this is death. They killed her and she ran.
Because I went blank on that one. I went blank on where she actually got
So the one she fell in love with was Zuella.
That's it.
And the beautiful line that I want to get on a t-shirt. I'm kind of like collecting ideas for t-shirts because I found a place that...
You don't even remember the last one you had. What was the last idea you had for a t-shirt? You said last episode. Was it even in a comment? Yeah,
it was that one about we run. Something about that.
Yeah, this is probably why you're never going to get the t-shirts done.
Also, James B, who watches this, suggested that I should get the word dumbass on a t-shirt because I asked him for a phrase and I said I'd get it made into a t-shirt because he always emails the podcast.
And he said dumbass.
So I have to get that made now.
Just don't have an arrow pointing like this way.
Yeah, no, it's alright.
Point at the other
It's going
one.
to go up.
Okay.
So essentially, she says she has this beautiful line, which is the pain means the memory lives. So she still aches. Like, because someone said, "Would you want to forget?" And she's like, "No, the pain means the memory lives." And I thought that was a beautiful line.
And yeah, it did take us 46 episodes to finally get some really good Yasha backstory.
And we've been hanging on pretty much since episode 3, 4.
And we get the limitations, and we've talked about it previously, but it was really good to finally get that, because that means we've got somewhere to go with Yasha.
And like you were saying before, I feel more invested in her character
Definitely.
1,000-fold.
Yeah, and I think it was a good for Ashley.
Yeah.
To get more invested. She obviously, when we started getting all this lore done, that's been something that's been building for a while. Yasha was the only character that didn't have a pre-streamed session with Matt.
Yeah, because of the schedule.
Because of the schedule and everything. So this was a very good way of bringing her back into it, and that's why it's called the Storm of Memories, because Storm being the Storm Lord, which comes into play later.
We also get a really cool dream, but we'll get to that. Next thing on my list is Yasha has never seen bees. So apparently she's never seen bees before. I thought that was interesting. I wrote that in caps.
My dad gives me honey. Like, he has some bees.
Yeah.
He actually has his own bees.
Really?
He gets honey, and I use it in my coffee. It's amazing.
Amazing. I love fresh honey. There's nothing better.
I can get you some.
Like the waxy honeycomb and like that glistening. Oh.
But he puts into a little jar for me, just because it's a bit of a hassle to just bring all that.
Tell him I will buy some of that fresh honey, because I freaking love fresh honey.
I'll see what he can do.
Cool. Glad we settled that on camera.
Yes.
It's an important discussion to have about Critical Role.
It's an organic conversation.
Is the bee honey organic?
God, just get over the...
So, Yasha's never seen bees!
Anyway.
I also wrote, oh my god, bees, I'm covered in bees. But
but what they also find out is that capsule that kind of got them from the last episode, the sphere has all changed, and now it's a bit different than they were before.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the result of what they did inside of it, or just every time someone jumps in and out, it changes.
Matt said once you'd unlocked the dimensional thing, it reset to its original configuration. So where they got hold of it, Twiggy had already done, completed a lot of the Rubik's Cube, and they did the last few moves, and it seems like that's its main mission. Its main goal is to open that dimensional portal, and once it happens, it goes back to stage 1. So Caleb spends some time with it, and he tries to identify, and he basically has to start from scratch with this thing, because Twiggy had taken it a lot of moves ahead.
Yeah. They also make a joke about the funerals, that Yasha didn't have funerals.
Yeah.
And made a new rule. The Mighty Nein have made a new rule that if they got missing for 4 days, that's when you have to have a funeral.
4 or more days, we hold a funeral.
And I've got a feeling that's going to come up again.
We then have a little bit of shopping, and shopping episodes are necessary. I stumbled over that word, but call myself. But, you know, it's not too exciting. So they buy some health potions, they stock up, they do some things.
And then they set sail to the archipelago. Is it the Gravant?
Yeah.
Gravant archipelago.
We also find out that Yasha's never seen... No, I'll stop now. It rains and it storms.
Yes.
And the ball eater is in trouble.
Oh yeah, the ball. Sorry. So
it was like...
Took me a little second to remember, because that's the name of the boat. Oh, good.
And I had a thought, and this was leading to our actual question before we had the breast milk one, which was, I wrote this down, I feel like when they had the flying carpet, it felt like D&D. Now that they have the ship, it feels like it's Critical Role. I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing. But our NPC question of the week, if you previously forget our last one because it was disturbed, is do you feel like the characters and the players themselves are changing the way that they roleplay and experience the Dungeons & Dragons game because they're aware that it's a live-streamed game? That is our question to you. If you want to answer that in the comments, I want to discuss this with you.
It's a hard one, mainly because we don't know how they acted before they were on camera, because obviously that's all we know.
All we have is the earlier Critical Role, and do you feel like they, from that, which seems to me to be quite D&D-esque, has changed considerably?
So that's the way he would phrase the question. I would phrase it, do you feel like the Critical Role cast hammered up a bit? That's with the cameras.
I like, because we're in the age of like 150 characters for Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, I think we should go with yours.
Okay, do you feel like they hammered up, just overdo it, you could say?
Because
they're on camera. So
and that's what we want to talk to you about this week, so put it in the comments and we'll chat to you about it. That's
there you go. And so Yasha kind of...
has never seen bees!
Oh, shut up. God, the joke was never funny. It was never funny to begin with, and you keep on bringing it back.
It's like jiggings, okay? At first it was great, and then no one wore them, and now I'm bringing them back.
No one likes them still. Anyway,
I'm still in the process of bringing them back.
A storm starts.
Yes, storm.
And basically Yasha have a fight versus a creature. I wasn't too sure what creature it was.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was some avatar from the Stormlord.
Well, see, my original thought was it was the Stormlord himself posing a challenge in his lightning form, but we don't know. And
yeah, that's why I said avatar of the Stormlord.
It makes sense because
which is Yasha's deity. So we haven't really said that.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, essentially the chat wasn't sure either. It didn't seem to subscribe to, as far as I saw, any of the classic D&D-esque monsters.
Yeah.
Kind of lightning creature. Could be homebrew, probably is.
But this tied into the whole, this is a Yasha-centric kind of episode, had a bit of a battle there, a bit of a kind of, I don't know, what was the purpose?
I think it was for a bit of a lore mystery.
Just to lead
stuff.
into the lore, because we get the lore later on, and the dream and everything. Yeah. So the deity was causing those memories.
I think so.
Yasha.
Now we've got some interesting quotes throughout this encounter. Loss is excruciating. Loss is paralyzing. Loss is inevitable. Loss can bring sorrow, bring cruelty and darkness. The form also says, your anger is beautiful to behold, orphan maker, which is, again, a wonderful line. Loss can instead teach you what is important. It often offers perspective. It offers focus. Might offer the courage to be alone, to push others away. It can prevent loss, but also presents growth, strength, purpose. It goes on, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, I understand. This feels like the start of the tying in why the deity and Yasha's relationship exists.
Yeah.
It doesn't give much more than that. It doesn't really show us if there's a purpose to this relationship. Like, the Traveller and Jester seems like some purpose there. Trevor's obviously pushing Jester for this meetup.
To fulfill the destiny for TravellerCon.
Ford and Yucatoa.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yucatoa wants power.
Wants power and to come back and using Ford. But what is the Stormlord's goal?
It seems almost like he's testing Yasha. Like he's showing up to literally square off against her, to toughen her up.
Yeah, but it doesn't like all the other deity relationship seems like it's going in a direction. This one, there's nothing there.
I'm going back to my recurrent theme, Calamity 2. Each of the deities.
You always just let's go for that pot whenever you like stump for ideas.
No, but what
Calamity 2.
I think that the deities are training up champions because the War of the Gods is coming again, and they want people to be able to fight for them. But they do this in different ways. So the Traveller encourages Jester's personal growth as a being himself, so that she's wise and compassionate and thinking on another level for the fight. Whereas something like Ford, he wants to use him like a puppet. Something like Yasha, the Stormlord wants to train her up. So
Stormlord is good. A good
I think so.
Possibly. You're not sure?
Not sure.
Okay. But as a comment, if Stormlord's typically good, doesn't necessarily mean in the Critical Role universe that the deity is good just because, you know, the Forgotten Realms is always good or bad. It's pretty much up to Matt, but yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah,
I'm not too sure about the lore of it, so if you've got some insights on that.
But that's a really good lore dump, so if you're into Yasha, it'll be a perfect kind of section to watch.
We also got a really interesting 1v1 fight of this the crackling lightning energy person and Yasha. Jester kind of goes to heal and then is like, wait, should I stay out of this? This seems to be like a...
Yeah, because Jester was kind of sort of involved, but that was good because Jester was kind of like a way of bouncing off this lore. Yeah. And kind of getting this lore out of Yasha. So, secondary character, but necessary.
Yeah. So the fight continues, and essentially that's where we get the dump. It continues, and we get some more RP. Basically after that.
And that was good. And yeah, after that kind of Yasha sequence is over, they come upon some land after the storm kind of subsides.
And they jump off and they
find the other temple. They basically come upon the temple. There's a lot of dead bodies. I believe it's kind of underwater, how they kind of described it.
Yep, it was. Caleb turns Frumpkin into an octopus again, goes swimming. Not doesn't want to go swimming, but Ford says there was a button factory. I remember.
Last time?
Yeah.
Okay. I lost the page also.
So Ford is like tells Knot that there's a button factory that's sunk around here. Try and get Knot in the water.
Yeah, convincing because water sucks for Knot.
Yeah,
but
or Twiggy, if you believe the crazy Reddit theory.
It's so funny, like the whole story of Knot hating swimming has really become a huge burden on the character now. It's like it seemed like just a good throwaway gag when they're at the beach, but now it's like
they're like, oh, we're doing a whole water campaign.
We have to just keep on doing water, and Knot has to kind of either stay on the boat or go in.
Find a reason.
Yeah, and it would be horrible if not just had to stay on the boat every single time.
Now we get a little bit of like detecting undead stuff, and it turns out there's undead everywhere in this place, and they kind of go, well, should we just sneak in? And Matt's like, it's a straight shot, there's nothing to hide behind, it's all clear water, you can't really hide.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh shit. All right.
You can't really stealth while you're swimming.
No.
Stealth swimming's not, unless it's dark.
Yeah.
And you're a spy, like James Bond or something. Then you can apparently stealth.
Yeah. But then James Bond always had his wetsuit like under his tuxedo, which to me just suggests chafing.
Just seems really uncomfortable, to be honest.
Especially because he's always so suave. You see him with like a martini and there's like this high pressure social situations where he's like talking to lords and ladies and all you can see in his thought bubble is, fuck, my balls hurt.
Or it's really hot. It would be really hot.
Yeah, he's just always doing, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyway, back from James Bond to Critical Role. They go down, the light filters off, there's some cool kind of like mood setting by Matt.
They kind of work out what they do, they kind of have a little bit of discussion, and I put the kind of like start investigating the temple. There's 3 creatures, then they descend down, and then the episode kind of ends.
So basically they look like octo people, fins and gills, none of them merfolk. He's his...
Look, think of them more Naga, like humanoid that have been warped to be like sea creatures kind of thing. I put Naga because Naga is a combination of night elves mixed with this kind of, with the old gods kind of. This is World of Warcraft for those who didn't know. Yeah.
We get a bit of roll initiative at the end. Clay holds Bane, which is like probably one of the most powerful spells that he's really loving using. We have some interesting underwater rules, like your spells and arrows can only go so far underwater. I don't know if that's core book or Matt, but either way, very, very interesting element.
It doesn't make
to the
sense
fight.
though. It doesn't make
It
sense.
does. Castrations. They descend and there's like a Matt, and then Matt gets creepy quiet, which always concerns me.
You know when he's about to wrap up the episode as well,
Yeah.
when he starts to extend his sentences and kind of
His scene painting.
and then he pausing it, and that's where we're going to end it today.
Yeah.
And then they're all like, oh! But it's like, yeah, we know.
But as they're leading up to the fight, Matt just starts like, goes kind of quiet and solemn and just starts like talking very directly. And I'm just like, oh, bad shit's coming for sure next episode.
We didn't cut to a clip.
Oh yeah, let's cut to a clip here.
No, how about we clip to the one where...
Not drinking their own breast milk.
No, I don't think that actually
I hope not.
where Travis is trying to encourage Ashley to rage without actually saying it, because he goes like, he's doing the sign with it. Yeah, rage, but he doesn't. But let's cut to that clip.
Thanks. No, I would have been under.
Still.
Okay, my turn.
So, but it appears to be growing in size.
Shit! Fuck! Shit! Shit!
It's your turn, Yasha.
Okay, I'm going to attack again.
Try to sleep down there.
How are you attacking with it? What are you doing to attack it?
And we're back. I always enjoy that because for a temporal like 30 seconds, I disappear from space and time.
Not for me, though.
I'm always here for you, Dave. We fight Cthulhu. That was the name of the creatures. We did have the name. I don't know how to pronounce that. Cool. So cool. C-H-U-L.
Yeah.
The chat figured it out. I had no idea. The chat figured it out. Everyone was saying cool.
Oh, is that what?
That's the sea creatures.
Oh,
cool.
okay, cool.
Yeah. I forgot that I'd written that down.
I'll put a picture up.
Ding.
Yeah.
I don't know how big the picture was going to be, so I got it out of the way. Is
You
that right?
never need to get out of the way.
I
This
was
is the first time ever you've gotten out of the way for a picture.
I'm worried now that I'm going to be like blocking it for the people.
You ever thought I have editing skills that I could put it in between, like here?
Like, what if my hand is... What if I'm doing this?
Then I just won't put a picture there.
Okay. I can block the picture.
Yeah.
Cool.
The only one you're annoying is the people watching this episode.
I'm sorry, people. Here's a picture to say
Can we
sorry.
just move on?
Okay, so that's the end of the episode.
Yes. There we go. And that was the last episode of the year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I liked it. It's a good kind of huge Yasha dump.
If you're a Yasha fan and we're hanging out for more info, this is the episode to watch.
So she is definitely MVP.
Yep,
Just
no,
because,
agreed.
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
For
no
Yasha to be
pictures of the MVP, though.
I'm going to put it somewhere else, not where your hand is.
You can put it over my face.
No, I'm going to put it like here, over here, or just in different... No, I'm not going to tell you where, because you'll just block it. But it won't be anywhere where you're pointing.
I'd like to read out our crazy Reddit theory of the week.
Yes, go.
Because this is one of my favourite parts. It started as a joke, but you guys kept like asking when I didn't do it, so here it is. This is from Rainstorm's Music. Very appropriate name. I don't know if they created their account.
Rainstorm's Music.
Rainstorm's Music. I don't know if they created the account after this episode, but... Okay, last episode, and surely someone else had to come up with it first, but it literally just hit me like a slap to the face. Twiggy was not from the future. After Caleb figures out time manipulation and how to permanently change, not form, she comes back in time to bring the Mighty Nein the sphere. I don't find it that crazy. I think that's entirely possible.
It's entirely possible, but you would think it would be played by the same character?
Well,
same player?
I suggest that Rainstorm's music probably have done their research, because you don't get a lot of like theories about time travel from nut jobs at all.
No, I hear enough from you. But yeah, I guess that it makes
it's a possibility.
Plausible.
It's not the craziest crazy Reddit theory that we've had.
Yeah, it's not really a crazy theory. It's more of a theory. But I mean, it's definitely possible. Unlikely, of course, because I like Twiggy as a character. I think she was a very lovely character.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely possible. So yeah.
But see, the thing is,
oh god,
same class. They're both playing a rogue.
True.
Ooh.
True. Or it could be just a coincidence.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, comments of the week.
Oh, I guess, yeah. So, yeah, that was the crazy Reddit theory of the week. Now we'll go into your comments.
This show is such a train wreck. Why do people watch this show?
It's because, I don't know, because you're an idiot. Anyway, this is the point. If you do want your comment featured on the show, leave it down below. We try and read out. We try and respond to all the comments. We've done a terrible job with the holidays, but we're going to get back to it. And we're going to read out 3 right now. 3 of the ones that stood out for us.
So, this is the one that had the most likes. Because popularity contests.
Yes.
That's what we're all about.
That's all about it.
Yeah.
Go.
So, congratulations on winning last week's comment section. This is from Barori1, who's apparently texting in right now to congratulate themselves on the show.
Ignore me. Go.
So, the moral of the story is, always have a guest player with you and you'll never fail at taking out a foe.
That's
actually not a bad strategy.
Bad. I think Matt tidies it up to have good RP and a battle for every guest player. So
they also say the way Deborah Ann Wolf and Liam O'Brien Liam O'Brien. That's how it's pronounced. I lived in Ireland for a while.
Okay.
Explain the use of spells really inspired me as I was building my character from an Elder Scrolls one-shot homebrew setting that I'll be playing with the group I'm in. D smiley face. I'll be a Khajiit wizard of the Abjuration School. Badass! I love Khajiit. They're awesome.
Cool.
That's it. That's the comment.
Oh,
that's the popularity comment.
Yeah, that's the most popular. So that's
you guys won.
What we're going to be doing on a week-to-week basis going forward is that we're going to be highlighting the most liked comments. So if you see a comment in the comment section that you like, you want us to read out, make sure you like it because the most one at the time we record it, will be read out.
You also win my admiration, respect, and 10 Ollie points to be redeemed at any Ollie near you.
That's not really worth that much.
Well, due to inflation, the fact that yen is so strong right now. I mean,
anyway, let's move on.
In terms of economics.
Let's move on. This is from Jason Garfield. Hi, Jason Garfield.
Any relation to the other Garfield?
No. He says, thanks for your insightful and hilarious videos. Don't know where he gets that from.
You're probably watching something else.
Yeah, I think you commented on the wrong
You're
video,
in the wrong
buddy.
section, man.
Yeah, you guys never fail to make me laugh and think. Oh, I guess
I think it's a strong word.
Yeah, no, he's thinking about his life choices that he finds this funny. That's probably
That makes more sense.
Ashley comes back with Avengers Expo. It looks like he posted this after the episode came out.
Yeah.
Demonstrating both why they are willing to jump through hoops to keep a player of her caliber in the campaign and what's missing when she is absent. Yes, very, very true. They made a very good statement of the reason why they really want Ashley to be in this campaign and why they keep her around. Yeah. Crit Roll Stats on Twitter is an excellent resource if you ever need a quick refresher of what happened on the last week's episode of Critical Role. And if you don't have time to watch the episode or you're in a situation you can't, just follow Crit Roll Stats when the episode's playing. And it's very good highlighting certain things that are happening. So when you rewatch the episode, you actually get to sit down and listen to the episode. When the moment come up, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. And it kind of makes you excited to actually watch the episode.
I also don't know if it's a team of people at Crit Roll Stats, but they do a lot of work, like watching everything, counting things.
Definitely a team, unless it's just one crazy person.
It could be one very talented person, but it's probably like 3 or 4 averagely talented people.
They're still talented.
Yeah.
More talented than us.
Yeah, well that's undisputable.
Yeah. Anyway, the last comment of the week.
It's from Osdick Grimmelton. I'm going to name an NPC after you because I think that's the coolest name I've ever read in my life.
Apart from David.
In my life.
Apart from David. Anyway.
In my life. I was thinking the same on It's Bad, We're Running t-shirt. Cool.
So that was the t-shirt from last week, the week that you came up with.
It's bad, we're running. I'm getting it made when I have money at my new house.
We'll see what happens. And that's the comments.
That's us. That's the thing.
We're a bit off because it actually is New Year's Day today.
We wouldn't like
I am extremely hungover.
He was like, I'll be fine by 8 o'clock at night.
By 8 p.m.
And I was like, it's 11:30 in the morning now.
About 6 hours ago, I'm pretty sure I was still drunk.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And he doesn't drink, so...
In fact, this
2
day
years.
marks 2 years without a single alcoholic beverage.
Good job.
Thank you.
I can't do that. Drinking gets me through.
But no, we stood outside on the balcony and watched the fireworks from our balcony last night. That's really nice.
So happy New Year to everyone out there.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to this channel because this month is going to be very exciting. We've been planning these videos of doing a whole month, releasing 3 videos a week.
Yes.
And we're nearly there because we've done a whole bunch of recording, got a few more to do.
Yeah.
You'll see it will be behind the scenes, it will be new Let's Plays.
We're thinking about a segment called Dave vs. Ollie where we square off in various arenas to see who is the more talented, stronger, and intelligent.
We've got an argument about this. This is a podcast.
I want to do something that
you've already done and it doesn't make sense.
But it's like if you go and do it.
Okay, we'll have this argument later because this has got it.
Join us on the next After Hours podcast.
Yes, we are going to argue about that. And After Hours podcast is going to get a bit better. We're going to put some film on it. We're going to get more people involved in it. But this is going to be exciting.
We got a ton of ideas for 2019. So make sure you subscribe so you can see all those wonderful things.
Yes.
And
input.
Thank you guys for commenting because it makes us feel love, and I love conversing with you guys because critters are the best people in the world, and I can attest to that.
And thanks to all our Patreons, and if you want to become one, links down below because it really pushes us forward.
It helps me buy ridiculous t-shirts.
It doesn't. He doesn't touch the money at all. Don't worry.
I'm not allowed near the account.
He doesn't even know the account number because all that money goes towards our project here.
Yeah, so it pays for like the subscriptions for
everything.
Hookers.
God, Ollie, you really know how to put people off.
I know. No,
going to Patreon.
Do not panic. I am not allowed anywhere near the account. That's all Dave. So for myself, Oliver Dungeon Master, and
Dave,
we wish you a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. A fantastic 2019. A lot of peace, love, and harmony. Fuck off.
I think this is a long one. This is going to be a long one.
You have to edit it.
I know.
I get to go home and drink a slushie.
I want a slushie.
Me too.
Alright.
Ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Okay, I may have had too much caffeine today.
I'm gonna have to watch that. It's gonna be another couple of seconds out of my life watching that. Anyway.
I'm just gonna count to 1,000 before we start. 1, 2.
You're wasting your own time, man.
Hello and welcome!